Hey, good morning. I'm Mitch with McCownGordon Construction, and we're the construction manager of risk for this bond project. We were brought into this project, selected by the Board of Education a couple of years back. We competed for the project based on our fees and services we can provide. For this particular project, we're really responsible for a couple of things early on. One is schedule, and the second is costs. So, as costs are related to costs, we've provided the Board of Education on July 11th this spreadsheet here, and its focus is the cost of Lindley Hall, this top half, and Santa Fe, this bottom half. And then if you look at it, this tan area here is construction costs only. The blue is soft costs, and then the green is a range. So to dive into a little bit more detail, the construction costs cover a number of things. It covers repairing the structure and repairing the envelope, which is roofing, your walls, so all tuck pointing and new windows, upgrading mechanical and electrical systems, making sure there's new lighting and new finishes so the space will feel and look new as it compares to today. One thing that is important for everybody to understand is with the cost of construction rising, we have included an escalation factor to make sure that those costs do not rise out of line with the costs estimated today or in July. So, and then the Santa Fe work, that is strictly envelope work to make sure the building will remain functional for years to come, so it doesn't go into have the issues that Lindley Hall had a year back. So that's exterior walls and roofing, skylight repairs, etc. So then if you move over to this blue area, that covers costs that are furniture, fixtures, and equipment once the space is complete so it can be outfitted appropriately. And then technology, that's your AV, your projectors, that sort of thing. So it can be used for a functional educational space. And then there's a cost for design costs, third-party testing to make sure that it's kind of all the ancillary costs that go along with the project. And then lastly, it's important to know that there's also a contingency factor here. So on top of that escalation factor, there's also a contingency factor. And I want to point out that any project savings would be returned to the district. It would not remain with the construction manager. We will be paid our fee and our fee alone. And lastly, we've provided the Board of Education a range of costs. And because those costs could remain a zero tax increase, they elected to approve the high amount here. And if the project comes in less, then those costs would not be spent on this project. So that's generally the cost. The second thing I mentioned was schedule. And so working with the architects, we believe that the project would be able to be designed and constructed by the end of 2023, if not earlier. And if it was to be a new project or a new building, it would possibly extend that out another year. And so they would get to designing pretty quick, and then we would be able to start in spring of 2023 on those exterior envelope structure, ADA upgrades, etc. So we'd hope to complete in that fall to late 2023.